we're going to be no good on carpet today. No, because I have picked up a £30 Vax Floormate hard floor cleaner. Let's have a look, see what it's like, and maybe give it a quick go. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? I picked this up a little while ago actually. It was on eBay, it was in London though, but somebody very kindly, who I don't actually know apart from on a forum, so thank you very much Mr. Tadhog Tigaga, picked it up for me and drove it out a bit to me on the M40 so I didn't have to go all the way into London because I'm not a massive fan of London. My car's not allowed in many places in London because it's an old diesel. So despite me saving the planet more by running a second-hand car, what do we know? So here it is. I've got to be a bit far away really, so we shall have a look at the handle first. Has an on-off button which doesn't really click, and the solution trigger. That's it. The handle itself also, if I can do it so you can see it, folds down by pushing this tab here. It folds down, enabling it to be picked up like that, which makes it much more easy to store, and it's going to make it much more easy to film. So let's have a closer look at everything else. Better. So in the middle we have the solution tube tank. This is where the clean water goes. It's all very dirty. It's all been used, and I've used it fairly recently actually. I used it when I picked it up, so it smells a little bit better than it did when I first got it. So in here is all disgusting. You can see it has the potential to be clean, but because this is all moulded together, I can't actually get inside there very easily, so it's never going to come up spotless, but that's fine. This little cap also measures the solution, although I've just lobbed a bit in and called it done. Also looks like, although I don't actually have anything here to test it with, that's the same size as a normal hose end. See if I can get a hose to check that for no real reason at all really. You can't put a hose in it. Solution comes out of there into there and makes its journey down the thing. Here we have the dirty recovery tank. I think the suction comes in there at the top. Oh, that's handy, look, it holds itself up. The suction comes in there at the top and the water comes in from there, I would imagine. It's all very dirty, very grubby indeed. This is the wet pickup tank. Right, basically all the water just collects in there. We have this smells awful. It smelled worse when I picked it up because I've used it. It's rinsed out a fair bit of it. This is the float valve, so as the water level rises it goes and stops it from working. It's all very lovely in there. And up top we have the filter itself. This does stink. This is probably what all the smell is in here, but never fear, because included in the sale was a brand new filter which we are going to fit, because why the devil not? That is scrap basically. So here we have a nice shiny genuine. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't noticed that. Hang on. A lot of my US viewers are probably going to be saying, that's a Hoover! Because we get a lot of Hoover stuff badged up as a Vax. Inside this brand new filter kit, I don't know if I'll be able to show you it. Hang on. See that, look? That's a Hoover roundel, isn't it? So then, yeah, that does confirm somewhat. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any more of those. Obviously the filters are probably identical. So there we go. So we can put a bit of Hoover into our Vax Floormate. There we go. So we now have a nice new filter. It's all just disgusting everywhere. Oh, look at you, look at there. Disgusting everywhere. But hey ho, yeah, I want to find other Hoover roundels now. Nothing there. It's probably just the consumables, I'll be honest. So that's that bit there. Now we can move on to the bottom part. This is what probably sets the machine apart from others, because it has spin scrub brushes. Yes. So it does, in theory, scrub the carpet. Let us dismantle it a little bit. We'll take the suction nozzle off. So this is doing, again, this was much more disgusting. I've by accident cleaned it up, but the rubber strips are very good condition. This is what sucks all the water out, really. So there's that. Then let's lay it back again. If I remove these, look, these are the spin scrub brushes that are quite full of fluff, and I'm hoping that I can possibly release them, although those look like meaty catches, but basically just a big cog. If I turn, this is the drive cog bit itself. That's all it runs on. If it's anything like the Vax carpet washer that I used to have, these W87, it will be driven by suction. There will be a suction valve in here somewhere that basically like a turbo brush. That's how the old my carpet washer one used to work. So we'll put that in there. So that bounces around quite happily. Wondering if it will work without this on. If it does, that'd be an ideal way to scrub the floor without sucking the water straight back up. Apart from that, there's a big floating doodah there with four wheels, two very rubbery back wheels. Oh, it's done a little wee, look. And oh god, it's on a big wee. Oh crumbs. Oh, it's still full of water. Let's put you back on. Obviously, I can't clean this up now, so I have to dry, because this is no good for carpets. No, no, no. Well, it might do a little bit. If you had a massive flood, this would probably get most of it up. It'd certainly get you out of a massive hole. But it's not for carpets. It is just for hard floors. And I think that is where we shall go next to try and test it. Let's go to the kitchen, which, as you remember from the various Vax videos, always gets quite dirty. And it's dirty now, so let's see if this little Vax can do anything with that. Here we are in the kitchen. Now, to use this, I have a bottle of vintage Vax. This would be from when Vax were Vax. This is from when Vax, just a name put on rubbish, as you can tell by the Hoover part of the filter. And now I can bring you nice and handily round here to the side where we are just, I'm not going to stick a full cap in. Shall we? Should we measure up? There's no measuring lines on. Oh, there is, look. 30mm, 60mm. I'm just going to be a man. Stick a slosh in there. Come back round, and I shall fill this up with hot water and stick it in the machine and get it plugged in. And we are now full of water in the top. Now there are three settings to this Vax. There is dry vac, which I don't think I've ever used. Mum's already vacuumed this thoroughly before. I never used dry vac. There's wash. And then there's wet pickup, which turns off the brush roll. So we're going to leave it on wash. I'm going to set it up and we'll do a forwards and back and see what it does. Okay, so no real difference in one pass, I'll be honest, although you can see it's scrubbing. There are definite scrub marks in there, but obviously this floor is quite dirty. You can see there where I came up with the Vax last time, and that hasn't touched it yet, so I think we'll just carry on until it needs to break it down, because this is a textured linoleum. Let's see how long it takes to get a clean path. It's starting to do something, you can tell already. I can see it in the camera, but it is a bit slow going. So I just want to see if I take the suction off, if it will keep the brushes spinning. Let's just have a look. And that makes it a lot easier to use, because you can just scrub the water on, like obviously lino will work better, where you can just scrub and not have the water suck straight back up again. So I think we'll do that again. We'll do the bit by the sink, which gets a lot of traffic. It has touched it. The problem with this is that the floor is not quite level, I don't think. So where it's missing the bits, there's very clean bits here, but obviously the floor itself isn't fully level. But the theory is there. It is doing very well. It's picking up quite a lot of black horrible water, so we'll carry on. I'll fast forward it a bit. And we'll see how well we can make this whole part come up. Well, it's better. It's still not perfect, but again, it was very bad to begin with, and it is breaking it down. It's just the unevenness of the floor is such a pain in the bum. However, I did have a thought. The utility room floor is much, much flatter. Well, I can see where I've been. Hopefully you can too. So is it terribly fantastic? No. it is not. It needs perfectly level, flat flooring to be of proper use. Out in the utility room wasn't actually, in fact it was much worse than in here, but it does do something, and as long as you're prepared to go backwards and forwards quite a lot, it will break down the dirt and suck it back up again. I think this floor especially needs really harsh chemicals put through it to get it clean. It obviously to be maintained, which it can be now because I can leave this here a bit. Let's just head over to the sink because it has picked up a lot of disgusting mess. The filter has got a little patch of brown on it now. And obviously the whole thing needs to be rinsed off thoroughly. It will get a refurb. I think once I've used it enough to, you know, get the worst of the rubbish off of our floors, both at home and here, and a friend's borrowing it because he's moving out of his flat that's got laminate all over it. We will give it a strip down and a refurb so it can, you know, maintain rather than clean, but do all that and that's his job done. And as for the rest of this thing, I'm going to now teach my mother how to use it and she can potter away at her flooring at leisure. So, thank you very much for watching and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.